Welcome to Anupam Public School and College channels. I am going to teach you subject science for the class 7th standard. For the class 7th. So first chapter for class 7th subject science is nutrition in plants. Yes sir. First chapter number 1, nutrition in plants. Chapter name is nutrition in plants. In this chapter, first of all, we will cover the topics we'll discuss. The first, we'll discuss about nutritions, then autotrophic nutrition in plants, after different modes of plant nutritions, heterotrophic nutrition in plants, and the last discussions will cover how are nutrients replenished in the soil. First topic we'll cover is nutrition. We will discuss about nutritions. Now, what is nutritions? A question can be asked, what is nutrition or definition of nutritions? Nutritions has been derived from the word nutrient. Nutrition has been derived from the word nutrient. Nutritions have been derived from the word nutrients. Nutrition has been derived from the word nutrients. Now, what is nutrients? Nutrient is a substance definition of nutrient is nutrient is a substance which the organisms obtains from the surroundings which an organisms obtain from the surroundings Nutrient is a substance which an organisms obtain from the surrounding to derive energy for its maintenance and growth. To derive energy for its maintenance and growth. What is nutrients or definition of nutrients? Nutrition has been derived from the word nutrients. Nutrients. Nutrient is a substance which an organisms obtain from the surroundings to derive energy for its maintenance and growth. Thus, the term nutrition refers to the means by which an organism obtain its food and also the process by which nutrients in food are broken down to simpler molecules for utilizations by the body. Various inorganic and organic raw materials are required for building the structure and maintaining the body functions of an organisms. So this was the discussions or explanations of the nutritions. Now next topic is different modes of nutritions. Now we will discuss about different modes of nutrition. Different modes of nutrition. First of all, we will discuss about plant. Means different modes of plant nutritions. The mechanisms by which organisms obtain their food are required or are referred to as the modes of nutritions. The mechanisms by which organisms refers or obtain their food is referred to as the modes of nutritions. Now there are basically two modes of nutritions. First, autotrophic nutrition, and second, heterotrophic nutritions. Autotrophic nutritions and heterotrophic nutritions. Now we will discuss about autotrophic nutritions in plants. Now we will discuss about autotrophic nutrition in plants. So the plants that make their own food are called autotrophs. The plants that makes their own food are called autotrophs. And they show autotrophic mode of nutritions. What is autotroph or autotrophic nutritions? The plants that makes their own food are called autotrophs, and they show autotrophic mode of nutritions. They use a green color pigment found in green plants. They use a green color pigment found in green plants in green leaves in presence of sunlight for the manufacture of food. Now this process is known as photosynthesis. So the process of photosynthesis can be summarized as carbon dioxide plus water, chlorophyll on sunlight gives glucose and oxygen. The process of photosynthesis can be summarized by carbon dioxide plus water, chlorophyll, sunlight food gives glucose plus oxygen. This is process of photosynthesis. the pigment of chlorophyll giving green color to the plant traps the sunlight. This solar energy is so intense that it spills water absorbed by the roots. Carbon dioxide from the air is taken in through the tiny pores present on the leaves called stomata. Stomata are surrounded by guard cells. Hydrogen is utilized to reduce carbon dioxide to glucose. So that stores the chemical energy. Carbon dioxide to glucose, food that stores the chemical energy. The energy for the entire process is provided by sunlight. Thus, sun can be considered as a major source of energies for all organisms. Oxygen is released as a waste product from the plant. If photosynthesis is going on in a plant, then the leaves should be producing sugar. In many leaves, as soon as sugar is produced, it is formed into starch. Now, we will discuss about importance of photosynthesis. Importance of photosynthesis. First, it is most important biological process on which all living organisms depend. It is a biological process in which all living organisms depends directly or indirectly for food. Directly or indirectly for food. Secondly, importance is this process maintains the balance of carbon dioxide and oxygens in the environment. This process maintains the balance of carbon dioxide and oxygens in the environment. The balance of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the environment. Now, third point is it provides us oxygen for building. So, this is the importance of photosynthesis. It is biological process in which all living organisms depend directly or indirectly for food. Secondly, this process maintains the balance of carbon dioxide and oxygens in the environment. It provides us oxygens for building. As you all know that the photosynthesis takes place mostly in the green leaves of plants, but in some plants like cactus, it takes place in the green fleshy stem. As the leaves are reduced to spines to reduce loss of water by transpiration. In your book, page number 6 and 7, you have 3 activities. So you can take help from your books. It is given the 3 activities. You can read and try at home these activities. Our next topic is heterotrophic nutrition in plants. Now, what do you mean by heterotrophs? Plants and animals that do not make their own food and depend on ready-made food are called heterotrophs plants. The plants which do not depend on their own food. Plants and animals which do not make their own food and depend on ready-made food are called heterotrophs. The plants and animals which do not make their own food and depend on ready-made food are called heterotrophs. They are generally classified into 2, parasites and saprophytes. Classified into 2, parasites and saprophytes. We will discuss about now parasites and organisms that live on the body by other organism for food and shelter. An organism that live on the body of other organisms for food and shelter. On the body of other organism for food and shelter are called parasite. For example, painted cup, mistletoe, rafflesia, etc. Example are painted cup, mistletoe, rafflesia, etc. Now, next we'll discuss about saprophytes. What is saprophytes? These organisms cannot manufacture their own food by photosynthesis and instead derive nutrition from dead and decaying plant and animal matter. They do not contain chlorophyll. Examples are mushrooms. Example mushrooms, molds, fungi, certain bacteria, etc. Saprophytes. Now next is symbiosis. What is symbiosis? The mode of nutrition where two organisms live together for mutual benefits is symbiosis. This is another mode of nutrition in which two different individuals associate with each other to fulfill their requirement of food. One example is association of different organisms, algae and fungi. Now the last discussions is about how are nutrients replenished in the soil. We know that plants absorb mineral nutrients from the soil. So the amount of nutrients in the soil keeps on decline. Farmers add manure or fertilizers to the soil to replenish the nutrients. Some bacteria have the ability to fix nitrogen. The bacterium called Rhizobium can take atmospheric nitrogen and convert into a soluble form. Plants require a lot of nitrogen to make proteins. Rhizobium cannot make their own food. So all the discussions we have covered. First, nutrition, autotrophic nutrition plants, then different modes of plant nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition, and how the nutrients replenished in the soil. So that's all.